Oh yeah, we gonna get swifty in here. Uh-oh. Unique New York. Unique New York. How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? The arsonist has oddly shaped feet.
Hi?
Hey, didn't see you there.
Okay. Alright, so let's get this started. How long have you been a mod? So I've been a mod for about 2 years, give or take. I was modded like the day after Loose Bolt or the same day as Loose Bolt, and then right before T Money. So I've been a mod longer than T Money, so suck it, T Money.
So I became a mod towards the very end of December of 2019. So that would put me around 6 months going on my 7th month.
I've been a mod for about 13, 14 months now. So, almost the end of May 2019, I was modded.
I've been a mod for about a year and a half.
A couple of fucking weeks, Hunden. You know that, you piece of T-Money. Like fucking 3 weeks.
I've been a moderator for Killen for just over 4 months. It was actually the day we brought the little guy home from the hospital that I officially started becoming a mod for him, or being a mod for him. And it's been a really good fun ride. 4 months has gone quick, and I'm sure there's a whole lot more things out there that I'm going to experience and do.
I have been a mod in Kill and Stream for about 2 months now, and I love it. I'm enjoying every minute of it.
I've been a mod for about, say, going on like a year and a half. I think I started being a mod in March 2019.
I'm Loose Bolt, and I am one of Killen's moderators. I've been a mod for almost 2 years now. It would be October 11th, 2018. On my birthday, I was modded.
I think right around 2 years. A little less than 2 years. We're coming up on 2 years of being a mod. It's been a great time so far.
I've been a mod for about 18 months to 2 years. Time flies when you're having fun.
I've been a mod for 2 years. I've been around Killen since before he got his button. Found him about 3 weeks into his streaming. So, became a mod maybe a month after that. So, probably been a mod around 2 years, couple months, something like that.
I've been a mod for TBC for about 1.5 to 2 years.
Do you remember when you first found Killen?
When I first found him, okay. Well, this is actually a pretty good story. I wasn't familiar with Mixer at all. I had really only watched Twitch. I watched a lot of Doc, and I watched a lot of Shroud. And I got this PUBG report from this streamer with a very vibrant blue beard who proceeded to call me a couple different types of bitch, and called me his said he was my daddy. So I was like, fuck this guy. Let's see what he's all about. So I went into the stream the next night that he was streaming, and I've just been around ever since, man. It was a good one for sure. I think I might have subbed a week later too.
I think I found Killen when he was hosting one of his tournaments, and just with his commentary, it was cracking me up so much I figured I definitely need to come back and follow this guy and watch what was going on.
The first time I found Killen, he was actually playing with my buddy Sweeping Oak. Oak and I worked together in Wyoming and still talk a lot, and so I saw he was playing PUBG. I jumped in his party and instantly got a text from Oak that, get the heck out, I'm playing with a streamer. So I jumped over to Killen's channel, I was like, okay, I'm going to watch, and was just instantly entertained. He was giving Oak a whole lot of crap for dying and not telling him the normal, giving people shit for the things they do wrong in stream, laughing and enjoying it. I even threw a comment in there about how we didn't know Oak even knew how to talk for the first 6 months we were friends with him because he's so damn quiet. And just how it all went, it was just kind of a good fit at first meet. And it's funny because I spent a lot of time, I spent quite a bit of time watching streamers and bouncing around from people to people, and it was pretty cool how just quickly by jumping into his community, into the content he creates, how quickly I was just settled. I settled on watching him pretty much most of my main time.
When I first found Killen, absolutely I remember it because fuck you. Fuck you for that. You fucking know.
I first found Killen when I was bored at home and was looking for something to do. Didn't want to play video games, and I was like, oh, what is this? Clicked on Killen's page because I heard his name in other things. And I enjoyed his humor. So clicked on his page, listened to it, enjoyed it a couple times, and then decided I really liked it and talked to my wife and showed her too.
The first time I found Killen was in Hype Zone. Like my third day of being on Mixer. I only ever went on Mixer because I started a job doing night shift and I couldn't play with my friends at night, so they would stream and I would watch them, and then when they went off I got into PUBG Hype Zone, and that's where I found them.
When I first found Killen, I was scrolling through just the Mixer tabs, scrolling down, and being that I'm from St. Louis, I saw this guy with STL in his name, so I clicked into his stream and decided to check him out. Confirmed he was from St. Louis, and while I was in there, I mean, just he's saying all this crazy shit, do it, send it, get him in his points, give it to him, all that kind of stuff. He had just really high energy, very inclusive of the community, very interactive. He seemed like he knew what he was doing.
The first time I ran into Killen's stream was I just got asked to sub in a tournament, a PUBG tournament, and we went in and he talked to us, got to know us, kind of asked each one of us questions, made fun of us, just kind of had a blast. And then I died pretty quick in that tournament. And one of my teammates was staying alive, and it was Johnny Newcomb, and he was running around killing people and ended up winning that game for us. And just hearing the commentary that Killen had whenever he was running around, it's just, I was cracking my ass off. So then ever since then, I kind of stuck around on and off, and you see where I'm at now. I'm a mod, and then I watch him any chance I get.
When I first found Killen, it was around October 2018. I was trying to find some people to watch play PUBG on Mixer, and I saw he was running a tournament. Started watching every day since then.
I first found Killen when he was doing a tournament. It was the infamous Swifty tournament, where that song came up for Killen. So I was bored with whatever I was playing. Obviously, I was playing PUBG at the time. It was big, but now at this point, I'm like, well, I think I'm pretty good. I'm killing people. I'm getting 4 to maybe 10 kills a game. So it's like, all right, I'm doing good. And then all of a sudden, I see this pop up on Mixer on the dashboard for Xbox saying PUBG's best killers or something like that. Well, I think I could hang with these guys. So I start watching, and I'm like, no, I can't. But Killen brought me in. With the way he was talking to everybody. He was very entertaining, very animated. So that's what brought me in and kept me there.
I'll never forget the first time I seen Killen. I was cleaning or doing something around the house, and Lone Wolf started screaming like a maniac for me to come downstairs and check out this guy on Mixer. I didn't even know what a Mixer was. So I went downstairs, and this guy, STL Killen, was super entertaining. And from then on out, we just watched him every single evening until probably about a month, and I created my own Mixer account. And before you know it, I was watching him on my own in other parts of the house. Lone Wolf was here, I was there, and I became hooked.
So the first time I watched Killen, I was in some other streamer's channel, and I remember this guy just melting people with the mini Uzi. And if you remember PUBG back in the day, the only gun you could find was the mini Uzi when you dropped, and I sucked with it. It just was horrible. So I wanted to watch more of this guy just melting people, carrying it the whole map, not dropping it early on. He would just crush kids with this mini Uzi the whole map.
When I first found Killen, I was in a pretty dark place personally. Looking for something to take my mind off the bullshit. And started watching Mixer. Came across him. He was raising money for a family to help them suffer through the summertime by providing fans and air conditioners. And just seeing somebody that gave a shit really made me want to stick around. Wanted to be friends with that guy. Said to myself, that's somebody that I want to keep around. I want to be friends with. I want to be part of their community.
What did you think when you first met Killen?
When I first met him, okay. So this was at PAX South 2020. This literally past one that happened in January. I was going to be there the weekend with the whole crew, and I had some travel problems, so I was delayed by a couple days getting there. I was supposed to be there on a Thursday. I ended up getting there on a Saturday in the early afternoon. And, I got nonstop shit because that is stuff out of my hands, and you know how he is. And so I finally get to San Antonio. I walk through the door and greeted by T-Money and Brain Skeet, and then I hear somebody yelling from the background, and I'm like, I already know what's coming. And it's Killen who comes up, gives me a big bear hug, and says, glad you finally made it here. And he's like, it was a surreal moment. It's meeting somebody who you've wanted to meet for a long time, and you feel like you've got to know over the stream and everything like that. And we talked on the phone. We had talked via messages, Xbox parties, played games together, but we had never actually shook hands. And that's one from handshake I will never forget.
When I first met Killen, I was shocked. I didn't think meeting a streamer would put me in shock, but it really did.
When I first met Killen, I thought, this guy is the exact same guy that we see in the stream. There was nothing fake about him. He was exactly who he portrays to be on stream. And what you see is definitely what you get.
You can tell that he's got so many things going on, but when you meet him, he stops, and it's 100% about you in that moment. That's one of the things I enjoy watching, and I enjoy actually hanging out with, is you can tell he's got so many things he's doing and going on, but if someone walks up and says hi, it's 100% now in tune to saying hi and going about that conversation. So that was one of the coolest things.
The first time I met Killen was at PAX. I've been to back-to-back PAX. The first one, the first time we met, and I was like, thinking that he was maybe 6 foot tall, 5'11", somewhere around there, and no, he's not. I wasn't expecting him. I mean, he's not short, but I was expecting him to be taller. I guess the streams makes people look taller. Anyway, we met at Dave & Buster's. I think we ran into him, and back when he was with the UXP. And he invited us back to the place, his Airbnb, and we were hanging out with a bunch of streamers, just being able to kick it with him, hearing his stories. You can relate to a lot of his stories. I mean, I haven't had the best life in the world, and just I I've been burned a lot, and hearing the stories that he has kind of made me feel like I was part of the family. And I got hooked, like that. The whole crew, like everybody that I've met, some are gone that I wish I didn't meet, but the ones that stuck around, I feel like I'm really close with, and I enjoy getting to know them every day, and it's because of Killen.
Well, first time I met Killen, I expected a mammoth of a man, because on screen he's a fucking mammoth of a man. Then I met him, and it's just like, hey, how you doing? You doing all right? Good to meet you, man. Nah, he's fucking genuine. He's the real deal. I didn't pick up any kind of fucking faulty bullshit. He's straight up, straightforward. He's the exact same on screen as he is in real life, except in life. Once he shook your hand, he's a little bit more of a dick. Just.
So, sticking around in the stream, little time went by, a couple months, whatever. I decided, I'll see how he is in real life. Stop by his pawn shop, and he did not disappoint. He was real, just how he is in the stream. Not an element different. You could tell that he was passionate. I mean, passion is, he is a passionate guy. Everything he does full bore. Always tell you about the next big project he's working on, whether that's a tournament site or video that he's wanting to make. You could tell he was excited about whatever he was doing and really enjoyed himself. So yeah, just shooting the shit, every now and then at the shop with him. That's all I needed to see. I mean, he's a realist dude, just like how you guys see every day in the stream.
So when I first met Killen, it was at PAX South 2019. And I remember he asked me, so what do you think now that you met me? And I flat out told him I thought you'd be more cut, because he was talking about the gym all the time. Just fucking with him. And I guess that started our shit-giving relationship. Shortly after that, we were smoking the cigars he brought outside the ranch, and it's been history ever since, man.
The first thing I thought to myself when my wife and I pulled up into the parking lot to meet Killen for lunch was, well, there he is, the legend himself, STL Killen. Thank you. And it was interesting to see how when we got done with lunch and we were headed out, the wife and I both came to the conclusions that it was nice to see that STL Killen was the same person on stream that he is in person.
When I first met Killen, I thought he was definitely shorter than I thought, but he was definitely the kind of person that stops what he's doing to acknowledge you. He was working at the Techni booth at PAX South 2019, and he sees us, he sees our whole group of people, and he stops doing the salesman pitch that he was doing. I wouldn't call it a salesman pitch, he was telling the truth and showing people all these things about the Techni chairs. He stops it immediately, comes over and says hi to all of us, gives us hugs, shakes our hands, things like that, and that just shows you the kind of person that he is, that he, if you come out to meet him, or if you meet him halfway, essentially, he'll meet you the other half, and I love that about him. Give me a memory of yours about Killen.
So my memory with Killen is actually when we were at PAX this last year. We sat on the back deck and just talked life, and things about my life that are personal to me. He's just one of those like big brother figures, and that's what I've missed for a long time. And that's what I like about Killen the most, man. That's my brother till the end of time, man. So that's my memory about Killen. Just taking the time to really deep dive into someone's life and care. It means a lot.
One of my best memories from the stream would have to be the Swifty moment. Hilarious. During the tournament, the song played throughout this whole guy's match. I've never laughed so much in a long time. Real tears streaming down my face.
Rather than just a memory of Killen himself, I have a memory with him that stands out the most, which is the lot of us at PAX 19. We went back to the house. We were invited, like he knew us. I never comprehended that. It was weird to me, We get back and we hang out for a little bit. We eat, we grub out, we have a couple beers, we talk very small talk. But when we stepped outside to smoke cigars that he had brought for all of us, it was a different realm, man. It's like you could see it and you could read the situation, that people were a little uncomfortable, but within 15 minutes of just standing there talking, it's like, I've known this man my whole life. We all become that within that moment. I know you, I know you, I know you, I know you. It's a fucking high school reunion. Nobody was out of place. I've never felt that comfortable in a group of people I don't fucking know ever. That meant a lot, that he knew me and I knew him on a personal level with just a few hours of even knowing each other's name. That you don't get that shit, man. You don't get that anywhere. It don't just fucking happen like that.
So my favorite memory with Killen, it's not like, I'm sure other people have a lot better stories. I'm kind of new to it all, but my favorite story was the PAX last year, or this year. We got invited. He invited me to Spurs game and with Team Money and the mod crew, and we got there, and Team Money had bought the tickets, and Team Money his job was to find our seats, and we could not find our seats. We missed the tip off. I mean, we missed some of the beginning of the game, all because Team Money, we were following him. So we finally kind of got tired of following him, so we stopped and got a beer. He got a Modelo, and we're just giving him shit the whole time. And the whole time we're trying to find our seats, Killen was giving him shit about having to follow him and not know where he's going. It's just overall, that was a really good experience, and I had a blast.
A memory of mine about Killen would probably be, I don't know, I got a lot. But my personal favorites are the two times I went down to St. Louis myself with the kid and spent the night over the weekend and helped with different things, either on the stream or amongst other projects. And I have my own little desk in the corner that's set up for me when I go there, and I get to use that, and it's pretty interesting to just, I don't know, it's the reason I enjoy it though is because when we're not on stream, he's sitting there and we're outside or we're driving and he's just chilling, talking, being real, and he's just the same way he is on stream. So him being the realest motherfucker out there is true. We've sat and talked, like I got there on, technically it was Saturday. I would leave work Friday night and pick up the kid, and we'd drive straight down and get there about 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. The first time we got there, Killen was waiting for us, and so he stays up, and me and him just sit outside for probably another 3 hours. Will goes to sleep, so does LJ. Stacy goes and grabs his food and then goes to sleep. We're just sitting there talking, and it's the realest conversation you can have with a person. And that's probably one of my greatest memories.
Really, my best memory of Killen was probably meeting him for the first time when he showed up at my house randomly.
One of my favorite memories that I have of Killen is what he did for Dilbert. Anybody that doesn't know, Dilbert was a homeless vet that needed a lot of assistance, and Killen helped him get his life back on track. Killen brought the story to TBC, and the donations started pouring in, and the love that the community had for Dilbert was unbelievable. To see someone, one individual, do that for somebody was amazing. There's no reason why any vets in our country should be homeless or be in a situation like Dilbert was. More people should be like Killen. More people should help the vets of our country.
Memory about Killen. I mean, there's obvious stuff like the Swiftie song. I was having a terrible day when that happened. It's just been a really rough day at work, and that song played over and over and over in the tournament, and I was just cracking up for hours over it. I couldn't believe I had just the bad day that I had, and something just so silly coming from that dude just made that all go away, And there's countless examples of that in the stream, where you kind of get to escape your daily world and start messing around in there and have some fun. It's always been about fun in there. And something I told Killen, this whole time is, if it's not fun, don't do it. And dude always has some fun, I would say, like, one of my favorite memories was when we took a trip to Chicago to surprise some of the other mods. Just people from the stream, and we were live streaming in the hotel lobby, just waiting to get our shit in order, and me and Killen saw a dude from the window digging through the trash can looking for food. Just scraps, and we both just kind of gave each other this look, didn't say anything, broke out some money. Killen handed over the live stream. You'd think that's something, if you're trying to flex and get some clout, you would take that live stream with you when you're doing such a charitable act. But he handed it over and went out, gave him some money. Nobody saw that. Not one person. It's just between me and him and that guy, making his day so he did not have to eat out of the trash that day. I can't tell you just how many examples like that, that go unseen with no recognition. The dude just wants to help people and be a good human being. It's so rare these days that you see somebody caring about their fellow man enough to part with some of their money or their time. It takes a lot of energy to do what he does, and he gives it all away freely without expectation of a reward or recognition, you know, and it just really speaks to his character. There's too many memories like that, you know. I wish more people knew about him.
I'd known him about a year and a half. We'd been to a couple events together. We hung out, talked on the phone. And when I told him I was diagnosed with cancer, now I've only met him twice before I found out. A third time we were PAX. It was his PAX 2020, yeah. And when I found out, it hit him harder than it really hit me. I mean, I'm like, okay, well, let's deal with this and get it over with. And I could just hear when I told him, he felt for me. It affected him that I had that disease. And then when we found out what was going to happen later on, where I'd be off work, he took it upon himself without me asking to do me the solid of helping me raise money through his channel so I could pay my bills throughout December while I was getting off for the surgery. Memory about killing, they're all good ones. And but that's the one that really sticks out.
Memory of killing I have is when he went to help out vet, I believe, Dilbert, and just with the community and everything that he got going, he helped him get a car, a place closer to live, and just helped the guy out. And that just meant a lot to me, that he was helping somebody else that he really didn't have to, that had nothing to do even with streaming, and that community helped out.
So I shared a different one with the Streamiversary about something that made me laugh so hard that I literally might have peed myself a little on that one. But to be completely honest, like one of my favorite memory about him is from PAX and just sitting out on the patio, having a cigar, having a beer, just bullshitting about nothing in particular, just life. Just talking, you know. It's like we had known each other for forever. It was the backyard barbecue style, as he would say, and getting to talk to everybody in the crew who it made me feel like I was home. You know what I mean?
My favorite memory that I have a couple, but the one that I enjoy the most to think about is when I got a kill playing on PUBG. It's kind of luck, and just basically just flared my gun at somebody and ended up getting a kill because they were basically one shot. And I think Killen was more amazed than I was what happened, and the big deal he made out of it made me laugh so hard, and still to this day, it's probably one of my favorite memories of him. Also showed how bad I was at video games, and still am.
A memory of Killen. There's lots of them. There's just so many things that happen day in, day out in stream. The trolls, especially in PUBG World, where they maybe kill him and jump in and try to talk some smack, and he puts them in their lane, or just the random dudes coming in and talk shit about the beard, all those things. And the way he interacts with them is always entertaining. It's always a good content situation. As a moderator, we like to leave them in there a little bit just to see what happens. But as far as a favorite memory, I think it's probably going to be the night about a month or two ago when we had the huge dono night. And not because it was a huge dono night, because I think he's had those before. It was his reactions, his providing a sense of humanity to him. Everybody sees him as a streamer, as somebody on the camera, But I think everybody realized how much he puts himself out there. There was a string of a couple bad things, not bad things, but just disappointing things that had happened, and I think we actually kicked it off, me and the wife, with a $500 dono. But the biggest thing is we didn't want it to be about us. I feel even dirty mentioning it here, but it created a steamroll of people showing love for him, for the content he creates, for the community he brings, the people that are there day in, day out, that are getting entertainment out of it. It was just, watching him break down a little bit, watching the Becky dono, all of those things really kind of gave us a goosebump for hours. And I watched it again the next day just to see all the reactions, because that's when you really see that he's a real person, that he is exactly who he puts on stream every day. He puts his heart out there, he puts his care out there as a friend, as a person to lean on. All those situations, you saw that in that stream, and it was an amazing night.
How has meeting Killen or being a part of his stream affected you?
Being a part of Killen's stream has given me an opportunity to be able to do something in the evenings for myself. Besides being a wife, a mother, it has brought a lot of adventures into our lives, and it's definitely given us more reasons to travel.
Being a part of Killen's streams just kind of helped me have somewhere to go, somewhere to feel like I belong, and no matter what, Killen's always having a good time, or trying to.
Meeting Killen and being a part of his stream has affected me because it's given me something to do. I get bored easily. I like to learn things. Killen's given me the opportunity to learn different things about the streaming side of life and being a mod and doing different things for him. As among business things as well. It's definitely put strain on my marriage. My wife can't stand the fact that I don't answer calls for her, but I will stop what I'm doing with her to answer calls for him. So it's put a strain on my marriage. I mean, my kid is friends with his kid. I don't know. It's affected me because I feel we're more than just. It's not just watching somebody online. It's more than that, and it's definitely given me kind of a new perspective on things. So yeah.
The streams affected me in a few ways. One of the main ways is confidence. I never used to have a lot of confidence, but like speaking to new people that I've never spoke to before, I used to get nervous, but I speak to anybody now. Sometimes they tell me to shut up, speak too much.
So being part of Killen's stream has done a couple things for me. The one that I really appreciate the most involves my wife and I. It brought us closer together. It gave us something to do, to watch, to laugh with, to kind of escape at times from being parents when the kids are in sleep or tired. It just gave us a thing to wind down to and just enjoy together. And before we had kids, that was one of the things that we enjoyed the most, was playing video games. And so playing video games together and then watching the stream together has brought us closer together. And I really appreciate that.
So as far as how being a part of the stream and being a moderator has affected me, I had reached out to him a little bit before the birth of our son, because we watched him, we would comment in there, we would do some donos, we'd do some hanging out. But I told him, hey, with Oliver being born, the thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to be a part of gaming still, but I knew that my time would be limited. I know that as a new dad, that there's a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things I'm learning and doing, and how it's affected me is just, it allows me to still be a part of gaming in the fashion that I'm watching gaming, I'm interacting with people, I've built a whole group of friends, both moderators and people in the channel that we hang out with every day. I play games pretty loud. I'm very yelling into the mic, and I get in trouble a lot by the wife. And so, really, I play like 5 to 10% of the amount of time I usually play, and the rest of it's spent in the stream, hanging out, chilling, watching Killin.
Meeting Killin and being a part of his community has affected me in a lot of ways. It's kept me on a positive thought process. Meeting everybody else in the community who's like-minded has helped just reassure my faith in humanity, that not everybody out there's a dumb punk kid or a dumb fucking idiot that doesn't get the idea of loyalty, friendship, truth, and honor, which I was unable to find up until that point. Went through a lot of friends, went through a lot of people that was friends. But being part of this community, I've met new people who are that way, who do believe that way. And without Killin, this community wouldn't exist. Without him being who he is.
It's nothing but positive, man. Like, I'm a busy guy professionally, so I'm in stream when I can be, and it's a show for sure, man. I feel like those hours that I spent modding, chatting, playing games, those are my true free hours, and there's nothing I had to worry about other than what was going on right in front of me, and it's a pretty good one.
Place to be. That's really what it is. It's a nice community to be in, and he's created that. So it's affected me into a positive place where I could go if I'm down or not. Just enjoy my time in the stream and in person meeting him. So, and hanging out. That's how it's affected me.
Meeting Killin has helped me a lot. Like, I've been burned quite a bit, and Killin has brought around and introduced me to a bunch of new friends that if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have met. I know he has to go through so much crap being a streamer, so many trolls and so many people burning him or using him, but the crew that's with him now are good guys and girls, and I'm glad that because of him I met them. And I have a very stressful job working for Walmart, and I deal with a lot of crap, bills and stuff like that, and the fact that I can come home, turn on a stream, send an invite to one of the mods, or kick it with Killin, it relieves a lot of stress, and it helps a lot, because I suffer from bipolar and I get depressed a lot. And since I've met Killin and my new friends, I haven't had any problems, and I've been living a great life. But crap, I just dropped 20 pounds because he wanted to do a weight loss challenge. So my life has changed. It's changed a lot since I've met this group, and I feel like I'm finally part of a legit family, that I know that if I needed something, that they got my back. I don't want to ever ask for it, but I know that I won't even need to. Just to have somebody, just to know that if something happened, I don't have to ask for help. They'll offer help. And I don't know if he understands how much or what he does just in my life. Just him being there, being a friend. I know that if I ever need to talk to somebody, he'll be there no matter what. He'll even drop his stream to talk to me. And I appreciate that in a friendship. I don't have a lot of those good friends, and I'm thankful for them.
Well, for me personally, it's I kind of just fell into this by accident. Just chilling. My friends weren't on Xbox. Found Mixer. Just wanted to watch some people that played the game really well, and Killin never disappointed. He's a monster at PUBG. You're just crushing people left and right in a way that I never could, and it was always entertaining to watch. you know, getting to be a part of the community eventually, a mod, you know, it's given me an outlet for, you know, just a way to decompress at the end of the day. You know, I have a family, you know, 2 little girls, and, you know, just having my social life take a dump when I had kids. You know, it just you can't go out, you know, or do certain things because you have family obligations, and, you know, it didn't leave me with a ton of stuff to do at the end of the day because, you know, it's 7 or 8 o'clock and the day's already gone, and, you know, I still got kids at home. You know, but I could always check in at the end of the night, go into Mixer and see Killen and all the people that I'd come to be friends and family with. And, you know, I feel like it's a social life that, you know, I kind of lost as my life has, you know, changed and, you know, taken on more responsibility. You know, it's been kind of a home away from home.
I would say Killen has affected my life in a lot of ways. I always reach out to him when I need advice. He gives good advice, and I know he's always someone I could go to.
It's affected me in numerous ways. I gained a brother, you know. I gained many fucking friends. I've gained a slew of fucking brothers and sisters that literally I feel that way towards. It's not just a close friendship. It's more than that for sure. I've met a lot of fucking great people. A lot of fucking shitty ones too. You know who the fuck I'm talking about. Not you, Mallard. You can eat a dig, but, you know, it's affected me with my entire livelihood. Like, you know, my lady and I have planned a fucking vacation with this man and his lady, our children, to play and be together, you know. It's affected me in many, many ways. I've changed fucking careers for the future of the Bearded Crew. You know, it's affected me in many, many ways. Too many to even try to record or put down on a piece of paper. But positive, some negative, because I'll go to jail one of these days when shit pops off. But that's cool too. I'm comfortable with that shit.
What does the Bearded Crew mean to you?
And that's a very complex question that deserves far more than a simple answer. So, the TBC is unity, strength, trust. You know, far more than a community or a family even. You know, it goes deeper than that. It goes much further than that. If the world would take the idea of who we are, a bunch of fucking misfits. Holy shit, we're a clusterfuck, are we not? If the whole world would live the way we live amongst one another, Jesus, what a fucking beautiful place we would have here. Jedediah is the pinnacle, you know, the cornerstone of what we have built here. For me, the Bearded Crew, fucking home, man.
Oh, the Bearded Crew. The Bearded Crew means to me a couple different words: community and camaraderie. We talk about content, and that's another good thing. But I talked about how I'd watched streamers. I'd watched some of the mainstream guys. I'd watched some of the side stream guys. Some of the guys from tournaments that I'd picked up on. But I never really found a place that was home, and community and home is really what Killen Stream is. You look at how many people rolled over from Mixer to Twitch. Almost all the regulars. You know, it's like you're saddling up at your hometown bar every night, every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You're talking about the stupid shit that happened last weekend, that getting people caught up. It's really that. It's like going on a hunting trip. It's camaraderie. It's literally everybody gives each other shit, but they know they're gonna get it back, and they do it because they care and they want to know. There's little things that people don't see. Defended Toast is a really cool labor and delivery nurse, and she helped us with a couple questions as we were getting ready for pregnancy and asked us a lot of questions. I mean, there's just so many of those cool interactions that I don't think you get in other streams. That's the thing that's that sets him apart 100 or 1000% is that people show up, they watch games, they go to bed. They don't chill, they don't hang out, they don't get the hey how are yous, they don't get the hope you have a good night. They just sometimes are treated as an entity, and in Kill and Stream you're treated as a person.
The Bearded Crew is just a great place to be. Anybody can fit in, and even the trolls. And no matter what, people will always be there to help you out.
So this question kind of goes with how I answered the last one. The TBC means to me, it's just ride or die. I mean, I got a bunch of ride or dies that I know that's got my back, and I got their back, and having a good laugh. You know, I've met some pretty cool guys and girls in this crew, and I'm really excited to see where it takes us, where Twitch takes us, or you know, when Killen gets his house. I don't live that far away. I can come down for the weekend, and just developing closer friendships, lifelong friendships. Somebody that I know that won't screw me over, and I won't screw him over, and just there's no words to explain how this group helps me every day. And just, you know, nowadays you don't see that. You don't see a lot of the friends stick together. You don't see people helping each other anymore. And I know that if something happened, we got each other's back. And that means a lot. I mean, I can't think of words to explain what TBC means to me. I just know that without them, my life would be a little bit more difficult, and it wouldn't be as fun. I look forward to podcasts when Killen streams, playing with Mallard, his wife, Wolfie, T Money, and playing with everybody. Just I know I missed names, but I'm just glad that I ran into his stream, and I hope he knows Killen. I hope you know how much you mean to me, and I'm sure these other guys will tell you how much you mean to them, and just keep doing what you're doing. Just remember, when life's got you down, just look at some of these videos, and just keep going, because without you, a lot of people would be lost. I mean, I know that sounds kind of harsh or like a soap opera, but you're a good guy, and there's not very many good guys out there. I mean, you're also a good father. I didn't have a father growing up. He was very abusive verbally, and he hit my mom and us whenever overdid it. And just seeing what a father's supposed to be, what a friend's supposed to be, what a family member's supposed to be, it helps me when I decide to have children. I can look at you and be like, hey, this is what Killen did. So I thank you. I don't want to get all emotional, but I thank you, and I really respect you as a person, a man, a dad, a brother. But keep up the good work, man. So Hunden gave us a bonus question, and he said, what team would you sacrifice for world peace? And I thought about this for a long time, but I couldn't pick just one team. I got several teams that I would definitely sacrifice for world peace. The first one would be the Cardinals, because fuck the Cardinals. Sorry, don't like them. The St. Louis Blues would be the second one, because we don't need them. I mean, they won Stanley Cup? I mean, that's it. I mean, we could sacrifice them. The other one would be the Lakers. Actually, let me change that. Whatever team LeBron plays for, because fuck LeBron. I can't stand the guy. And then what else? The White Sox, because we only need one Chicago team. We don't need two. And the Vikings. I mean, the Purple People Eaters. I mean, what kind of name is that? I mean, Vikings. We don't need them. So those are the teams that I would sacrifice. I mean, well, I just thought of another one. Alabama. I'm getting tired of hearing Roll Tide. And the ultimate team that I would sacrifice would be the Oklahoma Sooners. Fuck the Sooners. Anyway, those are the teams I would sacrifice for world peace.
The Bearded Crew to me means... I want to say a community, but everyone's saying that. To me, it's more than that. It's something that we're building up. Me personally, it's the future. It means the future. It's where can we go with this? And actually, that's not even the right question. It's where will we not go with this? That's more an appropriate answer or question, because I have my visions for stuff. Killen's gonna back me on that. He said he's got his visions. A lot of it involves beaches and drinks, so that's great. I mean, it's gonna be pretty fucking epic, and to me, it means the fucking world.
To me, TBC is more than a gaming community. It has brought people from all around the world together. It has given me friendships that I hope will last forever.
It kind of goes along with the previous question. It's a place to be. A place you could go and you have no worries about being judged, and just hang out and have a good time and know you belong. So a little bit of family, friends, and just a place to hang out and have a good time.
The Bearded Crew means a lot to me. It means there's good community, good friends, people I could count on, talk to whenever needed, get advice.
The TBC to me means a really close community. Like, feel like we could share our problems. I know if I've got a problem, I could speak to anyone in the stream and they would give me advice, guidance. So aye.
The Bearded Crew to me is the people that are going to survive any kind of Holocaust, pandemic, world-ending crisis. These are the people that are going to be left over. These are the people with common sense. These are the people that are going to help other people. These are the people that are survivors and know the real meaning of life, friendship, and what that's all about. These are the people I want in my bunker with me. That's what the Bearded Crew means to me. These are the people I want to live the rest of my days knowing, being friends with. And it's just a reassurance of humanity and how people can be kind to each other without expecting anything in return. It's good shit. It's a good thing. And I hope it lasts for many more years.
The Bearded Crew, TBC, to me, it's a community of like-minded people, real people that have been brought together by Killen to laugh with each other, to play video games with each other, to just enjoy life. And one of the most important things is give support to its members. And who would otherwise not have anybody to talk to. The support system within the TBC, that's what it's about. All this combined makes up the Bearded Crew. Peace.
The Bearded Crew, to me, I mean, it's about community. It's about just being a decent human being. And I can't stress that enough. You know, we have great people in this community that care about each other, and you know, I wouldn't trade this community for the world. It's just something really special, you know, and you see it every time you go in there, you know, that it surprises you just, you know, the sense of community is just so deep that it's next level. I can't describe it. You know when you're there, you know, that you're home.
It means a home, man. It means diversity. It means acceptance. It's a bunch of people from all different walks of life just gathered together, and we support each other. It's not just that we support Killen, we support each other. We do things for everybody in the community. We've get to people gear, we've get to people everything. And I think that feeling is what the TBC is all about, is being able to come in there and you're home.
TBC means family.
TBC means family.
TBC means family.
TBC means family.
It means family.
TBC means family.
The TBC means family.
TBC means family.
TBC means family.
Familj. Skål.